season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Ready, set.
Smith going to go to the air first play. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. The Texans at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here we go.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. This is Swift on the counter. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Geno now to throw. He'll get this off to Swift. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Play action. It's Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. That result, really no surprise. It's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force see incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming up with a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Gino. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he is not going to get through here on try #1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Smith now to throw. The quick slant caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-7. zip. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Hunt. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let's go now.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Swift going to try up the middle. And some space here. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down and goal. Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Now second and 6 at the 24-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll look to throw here. That'll It'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. Down inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Texans 14, Commanders 7.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to him.
Well, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
When nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the second straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
This is Hunt on the draw play. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Texans scoop it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
It's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really stretch your defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hunt will try going up the middle.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
A carry here for Hunt. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Oftentimes we play an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They're all over the field. They know if they throw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Here's Williams to return.
It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
From the gun, here's Swift.
Shoves him aside, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
72 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that wound up traveling an even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a two-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
They'll try the air now with Smith.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And his kick is indeed good.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
From his end zone, here comes Carter.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. DeAndre Carter. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Touchdown, Commanders.
Well, he made the right choice by result. but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense just added 2 more onto their lead, and now they'll see what they can do here offensively as they get it back following the free kick.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. The Texans send the punter out as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over first and 10.
Ready. Watch out, man. 50 series.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one caught by Carter.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week, and now he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to cash.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Houston.
DeAndre Swift
With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Texans add on to their fourth quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Stop. 17.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's fielded at the 45.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, we know why. There's 3 turnovers by that offense. That's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Texans, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.